Hi, I'm Todd Jones, host of the podcast Press Box Access. Here's a clip from my interview with Christine Brennan. Christine recounts the shocking moment when Olympic diver Greg Louganis hit his head on the diving board.
88 Olympics in Seoul. It's the middle of it. Of course, the time difference is such, right, that I literally looked at Kornheiser, who I worked with at the Post at the time, Tony Kornheiser, and what, you're going to have lunch? I said, no, I'm going to go over to the diving venue and, just watch the preliminaries. You never know if someone's going to hit their head.
Greg Louganis, right? Yeah.
Right. So, but I said that. I literally said that.
You said
Kornheiser. I never know if someone's going to hit their head. So I get some popcorn. I take one of the shuttles and I buy some popcorn at the concession stand of the diving venue, and I wander in up a stairwell, and just kind of it's the preliminaries. So it doesn't. And Greg Louganis is the greatest diver who's ever lived, the greatest ever, and he's on the board at the 3-meter springboard. At that exact moment, I come in, and so I'm quiet, and I'm literally at the same level he is, and I'm probably only 20 feet from him. I'm just at this edge of the stands, and there's the boards right there. And I can see this, I have this great view of him, and up he goes, and I've covered Greg all the way through the LA games in 84, and, this is going to be his swan song in 88. And up he goes, and my brain's looking at it. I can see it. I mean, I'm right at it, and I'm thinking, he didn't really jump out far enough. And then my other side of my brain saying, it's Greg Louganis. Don't worry.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, exactly. He's the best ever. But he's too close, but it's Greg Louganis, too close. Boom. And he hits his head and I thought I just watched someone die. And I just remember going, oh my gosh. And he goes into, crumbles into the water. Thankfully, there's no blood. He appears from the surface of the water, beyond the surface, and he's up now, and he's rubbing his head, and people rush over and he help him out of the pool. And those 30 minutes were one of the most amazing sports dramas ever. Because
there's probably not many people there, right?
Well, at that time, there's just a few of us.
Right.
What I watched happen over 30 minutes with pagers and with the TV monitors, I guess. Literally every journalist, every American journalist has now rushed into the arena. So I watched every possible American, hundreds of them, showing up because now they've been alerted to the fact that the greatest of all time has hit his head. We now know he's not dead. We don't know how seriously he's injured. And we know this, that if he does not come back and do a few more preliminary dives, this is a qualifying round, he will fall like a rock through the standings. And he will not qualify. I think it was 12 that qualified. He will not be in the finals to win an Olympic gold medal, to defend his Olympic gold medal. So this, on so many levels, this is a story that is amazing. It's the middle of the night in the United States. So what's fascinating is he does come back, one of the more heroic things I've seen in sports, with a patch on his head. 30 minutes later, he's not retiring, he's not giving up, he's coming back on the board. He has to do almost the exact same dive back into the board. We all held our breath. I remember feeling we're on the pool deck, actually looking up now at him, because that's where the press kind of was to be there, and the press section. And looking up, I remember my heart was just racing. Again, you're a journalist, but you're also a human being. And he nailed it, no problem, far away from the board. He went on to dive the rest of the dives. He had fallen from first to third by getting 0. He didn't even fall, just from that one dive, he only went to third place. He was that great.
Sounds like my chemistry grade. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It was getting the 0, right? But anyway, so he comes back and makes it. And then the next day he wins the Olympic gold medal. And then he goes on to win the platform as well and wins both gold medals. But here's the interesting part about the news cycle. This happened. And then by the time he had literally won the gold medal, all that happened within one news cycle. There's no Twitter. There's no internet.
Right.
So my story that I wrote for the Washington Post and the International Herald Tribune or whatever else at the time literally included all of that in one story.
Right.
Could you imagine the breaking news alerts?
Oh, Twitter would have exploded.
It would have exploded. I mean, we're talking about Tom Brady. We're talking about Michael Jordan, the greatest ever in the history of the sport, in the middle of the night in the United States, hitting his head and then coming back to do amazing things. So
I've hit my head in the middle of the night a few times, and I didn't come back. I do think that's a great story to wrap up because it shows the value of being there. You have been there for journalism itself, especially for women journalists. You've always given back, sponsored scholarships. You're always available for lectures and podcasts like this. And I know you've made sports writing a lot better because of your presence and your work. And I really want to say thank you for taking the time to be with us.
Well, Todd, thank you. What a delight to relive these stories, and to you as well. I always enjoyed seeing you, and I always enjoyed saying, okay, this is a triple toe loop, and this is a double axel. No, it's great, and good luck with this podcast. It's a true honor to be on it with you, and may it last. There's a lot of us and a lot of people.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of us, and there's a lot of stories. So I guess
a lot of lung capacity, a lot of talkers.
a lot of liver damage too.